Anybody who's been a United People's TV subscriber for long enough will know that I kind of sit on the fence with my opinions. I try to let you all have yours and we can engage and discuss it. I'm not sitting on the fence about this anymore around David De Gea and Harry Maguire and overall Manchester United's clear out that's required. That game against Sevilla, I didn't learn anything new from that game. It just compounded the fact that I know De Gea is not our long-term goalkeeper. Harry Maguire is not good enough. That's nothing new. I want to run through everything in this video. Please give me 10 minutes of your time and let me know what you think in the comments below, because I think this is extremely important. Because for Manchester United to do that last night, at this stage in the season, after all the ups and downs we've had in a European Cup quarter-final, shocking. Absolutely shocking from Manchester United. From front to back, pretty much every player apart from Anthony. And with Erik Ten Hag, he has been driving high standards. And you know what he wants this team to be next year? He wants this team to be able to compete with Manchester City. That is the bar we are heading towards. That is the level that we are aiming for. And when you keep that in mind, this doesn't come as a surprise. There's been a big brief this afternoon from the press. The Athletic, Carl Anker, James Ducker in the Telegraph, Paul Hurst from the Times, Jamie Jackson in the Guardian, all reporting that Man United are going to have a big summer clear out. This deserves a video unto itself, which I've already done in my keep sell list, but I can do an updated one on this. But Manchester United, we've seen this season what we can be under Erik Ten Hag. That's a photo from the game against Spurs, which I still think is the blueprint for Ten Hag going forward. And we've seen what we've done against Barcelona in tough European games. That was at Old Trafford. Manchester United away from home were a different kettle of fish. And I suppose my scorn from that game is focused on two individuals. And it's not just, this is not a knee-jerk reaction off the back of one performance. Harry Maguire is not good enough to play for Manchester United and should absolutely be the first name on that sell list this summer. He can't be playing for Manchester United anymore. Now, yesterday, Gary Neville said that he wouldn't have been happy receiving that pass from De Gea, and that probably is the biggest talking point. Really, was that problem? Like, who's at fault? Which direction are you pointing your finger in? Now, I covered this in the live stream this morning because look, if I go a little bit smaller there, so we can go full screen. David De Gea in this situation. Look, you see 1, 2, 3 Sevilla players all surrounding Harry Maguire, but you can see right there. Have you got magnifying glass on this? I think that's it there. Oh, look at that. He's calling for the ball. David De Gea, he can see Maguire calling for the ball. And you know what he says? Right, okay, you can have it. De Gea made a mistake in that. You can't be trusting Maguire there, but Maguire called for the ball. So this is a little bit of chicken and egg in terms of who you want to blame. In different situations this season, David De Gea has had Martinez there. Perfect situation here. Perfect example, here of how he did it properly. Because, 1 second there. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. We go over here. David De Gea passes it to Martinez in that situation, despite the fact he's got one player there, 2, and there's another third one just off screen. Can we get that one? No, you can't see him. Martinez takes, 2 touches? Passes it to Shaw. Threat averted. However, on different occasions this season, Brentford, perfect example. David De Gea passed it to Eriksen, who's under real pressure from 3 Brentford players. That ended up being 2-0 within, 20 minutes, and we collapsed 4-0 away at Brentford. David De Gea is not the goalkeeper for this Manchester United team. And I've been sat on the fence with this. I've been trying to understand and appreciate all of your points of view, and I still do. But so many of your points of view are based in sentiment. They're based on what has happened previously. And David De Gea isn't even the best shot stopper in the league anymore. These stats were correct at the end of March. That's David Raya better than him, Bernd Leno, Jordan Pickford, Vincent Gaeta, Islam Meslier, Jose Sarr, Alisson, Danny Ward, all with a better shot percentage save. So that means how many shots have they faced? How many have led to goals? There you go. How many saves has he made from those? 8 keepers better than him in the league this year. He is not that golden shot stopper that he was. Paul Scholes questioning his ability to play out from the back. I don't need to tell you that. You've seen it. That's Maguire. You've seen that's not it either. You've seen it here. You've seen it here. You've seen the positives of what can happen when you have the right players in front of you, and that's where I won't blame De Gea for that. But Ten Hag has been defending him, and he will continue to defend him. because that's his managerial style. He's not Mourinho. I wouldn't ever want him to be Mourinho. Throwing players under the bus in public, it's not how Ten Hag does it or will do it. But behind the scenes, this is very much going on. And in my opinion, I think I agree with this, that implosion really does show just how much work needs to be done. And it shows me that neither of these two should be Manchester United, in my opinion, should be starting for Manchester United next season. I don't think Maguire should be at Manchester United next season. And the De Gea one, if he stays next year, then we're going to have to give him a contract worth probably £200,000 a week for a goalkeeper that I just do not see how he fits the profile. And that's the big buzzword for me. The profile is so important. The standards is, look, as I said, if we are trying to get to that level, which we are, that's the aim. Get up there and stop City dominating the Premier League. Probably going to win the Champions League this year. If that's where we're aiming for, this is a requirement. And if we're being brutally honest with ourselves, and it might be painful to say, and I'm going to get slated for it, just like I've been slated all season long. De Gea is not that guy. Maguire, hey, I don't think I'm going to have anybody that's going to be defending Maguire and wanting him to stay. De Gea is a different situation because of what he's done previously. Now, when you take a look at different goalkeepers, in my opinion, I think there's two standout ones. I think if United sign a goalkeeper this summer, I think it will be one of these two. Just my personal opinion. David Raya, right? If you have a look at David Raya's pizza chart compared to David De Gea, and you take a look at, there's one standout here, one standout stat, crosses claimed. David De Gea down there in the 16th percentile compared to all goalkeepers in the top 5 leagues. And David Raya is up there in the 93rd percentile. More touches, I don't think that's too relevant because you kind of don't want your keeper to have more touches, do you? Because that means that he's under more pressure. I don't think I need to understand pizza charts a little bit more for goalkeepers. I understand it with players and outfield players because the comparisons are easier. But I'm going to be doing a full scout report on David Raya and also on Diogo Costa. Because for me, it's one of those two goalkeepers that I think Erik Ten Hag will bring in. If he brings one in. And in my opinion, and this is where I differ with a lot of United fans. For me, it's number 1, a striker. Number 2, I would put down as a new goalkeeper. That's how important I see it. Erik Ten Hag, right? The goalkeeper is more than a goalkeeper to him. Just like for Pep Guardiola, the goalkeeper was more than a goalkeeper. Ederson was transformative for that City team. Bravo came in. Nah, sod you. Out you go. Joe Hart, not good enough. Not good enough. Boom, Ederson. They got the guy. Addison came in. I don't need to explain to you what he did at Liverpool. It's the way that modern football has gone. And Ten Hag is not someone who's just going to be stuck in sentiment for David De Gea because of what he's done previously. And I think he should be part of this clear-up because otherwise United are going to have to give him a 200 grand a week contract. That's top level. You pay that to the players who are your best players. I do not think that David De Gea falls into that category anymore. And you might not like me for saying it, but I think it's the truth. And I'll happily speak it now, and I'll take the criticism, I'll take the stick, and I'll see what happens in the future. And it's not about being proven right and proven wrong. Shit me, I don't care about that. I want what is best for my football club. And what I saw yesterday was something that I've seen over these last couple of years. It reared its ugly head again. But as I said, as we've seen this season, Spurs and Barcelona, how good this United team can be. And David De Gea played in those games. But in my opinion, in the long-term future of this club, I don't think David De Gea should be getting a new contract of that value if he's not going to be our number 1 goalkeeper. And I do not think he should be. And I think he has to follow, in my opinion, Maguire out of the door this summer. You might not like me for saying it. And as I said, that anger comes from sentiment. That anger comes from how good De Gea has been previously. And that was previously. Nobody would have any qualms if Harry Maguire went. He was good previously. I don't think too many people would have that many qualms about Jadon Sancho if he left, despite how good he was at Dortmund. We have to look at what we've got now and where we want to be. And for us to get there, we have to remove sentiment. We have to have a clear out. And in my opinion, De Gea and Maguire are both on that list. Now, I'm going to do a full video diving into this and this concept of the clear out. I think tomorrow I'm going to do my starting 11 video for the Brighton game. That's so crucial. Actually, who am I kidding? It's not as crucial as top 4 is everything this season now. Always was. Always will be. But now we've got an FA Cup semi-final first. I want to know where you stand on De Gea, Maguire, everything else. There's going to be a nasty fallout from that Sevilla game. But it should be. Because Erik Ten Hag is trying to drive standards at this football club. Right? Serious standards to get up to there. Do you know how far away we are from that? Some distance. Therefore, this summer has to be where we sell well and sell correctly if we are going to make that step up in phase 2 next summer and next season after this summer, sorry. You let me know what you think in the comments.